Today I'm be talking about the Ubi Store weapons for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Are they worth it? Well, here is a Ubi Store weapon, the Hag's Bite. Here is an in-game weapon, Spinning Death. Both are max level. This has 412 combined points. This has 411, and I think it's just because when it got to max level, somewhere it lost a point, or maybe I was off my math on one point when I did this one, but they're roughly exactly the same number. So once it gets to max level, you're gonna have the same numbers. You're gonna have different numbers in different categories. Like you can have more in attack and more in stun, but you won't know these numbers till you buy. And granted, versus over any other weapon, you're really not going to see a crazy number in one category and the rest be none. Like, this thing isn't gonna weigh 50 and have an attack of 1 or something. It's gonna be pretty well spread out with slightly more in certain categories. So as you level up, you're gonna be getting the same progression. The Ubi Store weapons aren't that different. When it would be worth it is if you see one with a really interesting perk. Like when I started this game, I only bought one weapon, and that was the Mournful Cry. Once I got to level 205, I wanted to test something out, so I bought the Hag's Bite to prove that the weapon level, when I acquire a weapon, is actually tied to my power level. I actually got this at max level because of my power level when I bought it. And then I just wanted to test, do they actually have the same amount of combined points for each type of weapon? Because I had 2 flails and they turned out to be exactly the same. So I bought 2 daggers and proved that point as well. That every category of weapon has its own combined points, and they'll be spread out between those 5 categories. And you're not going to see anything crazy. Like, you can go category to category in heavy shield. You're going to see a slight difference. One's going to have a little bit more block, one's going to have a little bit more stun, one will have a little bit more speed. But overall, they're pretty much the same weapon, give or take a little bit. And what really should determine what weapons you end up choosing mid-game, late game, is the bonus, like increased critical damage when low health. You gotta pick one that kind of fits you. Like, I'm a big fan of the more damage when high health, poison, dropping fire bombs on a heavy finisher. These types of things are pretty cool. Overall, for the rest of them, you're really just picking one weapon and leveling it up. Like, that's what I did all game long. Well, I did buy the hammer, so I leveled that one up. And then, since this one was always in my left hand, I slowly leveled this up, and I just actually put the last 3 levels into it, just to max it out for this video, to confirm. Well, the previous video, to confirm something else. And it kind of worked out, because I got to do this one as well. And I won't waste any more time because I've already said everything pertinent on the matter. And that is, just to clarify, the short answer. Ubi Store weapons are not worth buying unless the modifier, like critical hits, temporary poison your weapon, is something you are interested in. Otherwise, it is basically just another weapon, any in-game weapon, like that 2-handed axe that's in the Ubi Store, unless you really like the design of it. Well, granted, if you are like a power level of 200, you could buy it for 350, and you can have a max level versus upgrading one if you don't have one. That actually is very interesting. That's not a bad way if you wanted to go get a max level real quick for something. But other than that, it's the same as upgrading a weapon in-game. So if you're looking for the long haul versus buying weapons or upgrading in-game content, then it's pretty much the same. Because if you're still at the point of upgrading and you're not at max level, you're just going to get a lower level store item that you have to upgrade anyway, because I can confirm when I bought this Mournful Cry very early in the game, it was only a power level of 3, and that was also the weapons I was acquiring at the time. So I got no bonus for buying this for the store. It was tied to my power level. And that is it on this topic. I hope that helps.